Bill Maher just did something no one saw coming. He roasted his own party's border policy harder than Fox News ever has, and all it took was one story out of Spain.
You think we have immigration problems? Did you see what happened in Spain yesterday? 60,000 people in one day bum rushed the border and got through. This is and this poor Spain. At the same time, they're having horrible fires. Spain is the new California. No, it is. The northern part is on fire. The southern part gets overrun by migrants, and everybody speaks Spanish. It's the new California.
41 people are dead. 60,000 people broke through in a single day, 70% of an entire city's population overnight, and Spain's own prime minister called it what it actually was, an attack on his country's sovereignty. And why did it happen? Because Spain's own courts blocked officials from sending people back once they landed. The courts built the loophole, and 60,000 people walked through it in 24 hours. This is what happens every single time a government lets judges and activists run immigration policy instead of enforcing a border. Maher's joke about Spain being the new California isn't even a joke. It's a preview, because this is exactly the same failure playing out in blue cities across America right now, just with better weather and a bigger fence. Look at what Mamdani's own team is planning right here at home.
Mamdani's aide, his top aide, Sia Weaver, said if you don't believe in the government's sacred right to seize property, it's over, and impoverish the white middle class. What? That's a goal? You know you're supposed to scare people into voting for you, right? One of the new soon-to-be Democratic congresspeople, Darlisia Chevalier, supports seizing all properties from landlords and said, seize the means of production. Mamdani has said the end goal is seizing the means of production. I think they want to seize the means of production. Now, maybe you missed that in school or missed school altogether, but that's communism. What do they have to do? Tweet out, elect more communists? Oh, yeah, Sia Weaver did that. Yes. Good, I'm glad you're shocked.
These aren't rumors, they're this administration's own words. C. Weaver, Mamdani's actual director running tenant policy for the largest city in America, posted that private property should be seized and told her followers to elect more communists. Darlisia Avila Chevalier, the candidate Mamdani personally endorsed and got elected, called for seizing every property from landlords, and Mamdani himself said his own end goal was seizing the means of production at an actual socialist conference, not a gotcha edit. This is the entire brain trust running New York City right now saying the quiet part out loud, and Democrats keep acting shocked every single time someone points it out. It's not a conspiracy theory when they're the ones posting it themselves, and Maher's not done. Watch him call out exactly how far this goes, straight to Mamdani himself.
Donald Trump has told 1 trillion lies, but when he says the Democratic Socialists of America are actually communist, that's not one of them. And it's not hard to prove it, just by quoting the DSA and their candidates. J.D. Vance was on the show, and I told him that if the Democratic Party keeps going in the direction of the DSA, my vote was in play. Newly chosen, exciting new face in the Democratic Party. And then when that face opens its mouth, the Communist Manifesto or some other crazy shit comes out. New York Mayor Mamdani once tweeted Karl Marx's words exactly. They're not trying to hide it. Their most popular influencer, Hassan Piker, thinks communism is so groovy. He laments the fall of the two of the most murderous regimes in history, the Soviet Union and Chairman Mao's China.
Piker isn't some random guy either. He spoke at the College Democrats of America's National Convention weeks ago in a Mao jacket, dismissed 65 million deaths as mere excesses, and got a standing ovation from the party's own next generation. That's not fringe. That's the future the party is actively cultivating. Mamdani quoted Marx directly. Piker defended Mao's body count on stage, and J.D. Vance sat across from Maher and heard him say his own vote is in play because of it. When a lifelong liberal comedian and a sitting Republican vice president land on the exact same warning, That's not a right-wing talking point anymore. That's just what's actually happening to the Democratic Party in real time. Check out what Kamala Harris wants to do with the entire country.
We need to revisit the Electoral College. We need to revisit the point of expanding the court to 13 justices like we have 13 district courts. We need to revisit, if they so want, statehood for Puerto Rico and D.C.
Yes.
If we regain control of the Senate. I served on this committee, the Senate Judiciary Committee, when I was in the Senate. Only the second black woman elected to the United States Senate after Carol Moseley Brown. And the Senate Judiciary Committee has the power to create rules for its committee that don't have to go to the whole Senate for a vote and worry about filibuster and all.
Look at what each piece actually does. D.C. and Puerto Rico statehood hands Democrats 4 new guaranteed Senate seats. Killing the Electoral College means 5 or 6 cities decide every election forever. Packing the court to 13 justices means whoever holds the Senate that day rewrites the highest court in the country permanently. And she wants to do it through Senate Judiciary Committee rules specifically, so it never has to survive a floor vote or a filibuster, meaning the American people don't get a say at all. House Speaker Mike Johnson called this trying to blow up the system. And for once, that's not hyperbole, that's a literal description. This is what the party's actual frontrunner is proposing out loud, and it should terrify anyone who still believes elections should decide who runs this country. After all that, watch Maher say the words that end the segment, he's out.
I mean, by the way, you get some Democrats.
Democrats are cowardly.
Yeah.
They're cowardly. Their party is being taken over now by, every day I hear about a new, very radical. I feel very good about, like 10 whenever years ago, like I did lose fans because, I wasn't going to go along with some of this crazy stuff on the left, too. I didn't change really on what I thought about the right, but I can't sit and just not notice stuff, which people seem to want to do because it's all about my team or your team. But, yeah, there's some crazy stuff. When we're cheering for the Intifada, I gotta cut, I'm out.
Well, I don't know if you saw Jay Clayton.
This is a guy who spent 30 years as one of the most reliable liberal voices in entertainment, and he just told a national audience his vote is officially up for grabs because he refuses to keep defending people who cheer for terrorism. He didn't get there over taxes or policy. He got there because he still has enough sense left to notice what his own party has become, even when it costs him fans. If the party's own longtime defenders are done making excuses for them, that's not a messaging problem Democrats can fix with a better slogan. That's the base itself walking out the door, one honest comedian at a time.